Good morning, day 115, and I am waiting in the bus terminal here in Bennington, getting ready to board the Orange Line bus to go up all the way up to Manchester, actually, the southern end of Manchester. So I texted back and forth with Pikachu last night. We got squared away, what route I need to take and where she wants me to get off. So it's actually farther up than I thought. But the good news is that it's free because of COVID. I thought it was $2, which is ridiculously cheap anyhow. But right now it's been free for a while. So I got about an hour, a little over an hour. It's almost 11 o'clock right now. Bus leaves at noon. So, but it's a pretty quick 45-minute ride up to where I'm getting off. So I'm looking forward to that. The other thing I want to share, I posted this already. It's just a picture, but so I got all my just dropped my pack. Let me get back up here. So I got all the stuff from the packages in this pack, and look how stuffed it is. I mean, this tough cover doesn't even come over. Something's not quite right about that, and I got to figure that out. Maybe I just didn't compress the quilts and stuff in the bottom as much as I normally do, but I think I did. I know I got a little more food than I normally carry, but this pack should not be this full and this heavy. Because I basically got what I had when I started this adventure in Georgia as far as cold weather gear. Yeah, I don't have my sleeping bag. I have a top quilt instead, but volumetrically it's about the same. And I've got a couple extra pair of socks that I didn't have before. And yeah, I have that bug net bivy. It's not a bivy, actually it's a bug net to go over, but that's like the size of a softball or less. And then I got Keegan's little bivy, basically just a little thin nylon sleeve for the sleeping bag, and that's less than the size of my baseball when you wad it up. So I don't know, this much volume in this pack being this full, it just doesn't make any sense. I can't have it this full. So I haven't shipped the old top quilt, the lightweight Costco top quilt, back to Keegan yet. I'm going to print out a label tonight at Pikachu's place. She confirmed that she has a computer and a printer, so I'll print a label on using my shippo.com account. But yeah, I may be adding some extra things to that package. Like, I'm not sure I really need my chaps. I don't know. We'll go through it tonight and figure it out. See what we can do. But for now, that's it. Just waiting for the bus. Bye. Hot tubbing, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is sweet.
Honestly, Texas, you can just use a pair of shorts that are there.
That's the one. She's a little bit all over the place when it comes to food. Yeah. There's a wine in there also.
Is it good up, Chuck?
Put my thing out.
Yeah.
What thing, babe? Oh yeah. Let me just take it out to open it up.
I didn't even think about
Hardy fires are going. All right, good day today. So yeah, I had a good time over at the where we had the bonfire and the dinner and everything. It was actually Pikachu's boyfriend's father's place. So I'm back at Pikachu's place. She's got a nice little cabin here, and I'm going to sleep on this sofa that's out on the deck. So I'm going to try out my new Outdoor Vitals 15-degree quilt. It's supposed to get to a low of 48 degrees tonight, and I just put on my my clothes that I wore down south, when it was cold at the beginning of this trek. And I'm just going to test out this quilt and see how comfortable I sleep at 48 degrees. I do have my down jacket at the ready just in case. But so this is it. We are going to get up early in the morning, and I'm going to try to catch the 7:30 shuttle out of Manchester Center, or Manchester, I guess it is. 7:30 a.m. shuttle going back down to Bennington. So she's not going to ferry me all the way down there, nor do I expect her to. So that's going to work out pretty well. I'll just get back to Bennington a lot earlier than I need to in order to do the mileage that I had anticipated. But maybe I'll put in more miles tomorrow. We'll see. So this is Wagner von Munderweg. Good enough. Guten Morgen, day 116, and it is 5 till 10, 9:55, and I am back on trail, right where I left off 4 days ago. So you see there, the shelter that I was thinking about staying at is a little less than 10 miles. A little over 10 miles is a mountain, and there's a lookout tower, that Glastenbury Mtn, where a lot of people like to stay. But it's earlier. I'm on the trail earlier than I thought I would be, so I don't know where I'm going to end up. We'll see. I got the reservation at the hostel in Manchester Center, based on me only doing 10 miles today and 20 miles tomorrow, and coming out of Manchester Center on Monday, today's Saturday. But I could do 20 miles today and 20 miles tomorrow and be in Manchester tonight, so we'll see how it goes. Had a really good time yesterday at Pikachu's with Pikachu's family and boyfriend and boyfriend's dad, and had a bunch of her friends there, other thru-hikers. She took me to the bus station, back to the bus station there in Manchester, and I rode the bus back. So that's why I got the early start, because they only run twice on Saturdays, and I had to take the early option. Went back to Sonny's Diner to eat breakfast for the third time, and while I was there, I was chatting up this older couple, and they brought me back to the trailhead. So managed to get they dropped me off at the post office also, so I could mail that little package to Keegan, my summer top quilt and his bug net, returning his bug net. And my pack is overstuffed and heavy, and I just don't know what else to give up though. I slept last night on Pikachu's deck just to try out the new top quilt, 15-degree top quilt. It got down just below 50 degrees, and the top quilt was plenty warm. I was hot, so I'd kick the cover off a little bit, then I'd be cold. So I did not sleep well last night, and I was on a little short, it's more like a love seat than a sofa that she had out there on the deck. So I did not sleep good. 5 hours of sleep probably is all I got again last night. So I'm tired, but we'll make the best of it. Okay, I made it to the Goddard Shelter, which is where I was going to stay tonight if I had gotten the late start that I expected, but I'm moving on. It's a big shelter, a nice shelter. So this is the view from the Glastenbury fire tower. I'll do a 360. Okay, it is, I don't know, like 8 minutes before 6, and I have made it to Story Springs Shelter. So, that's right at 2.5 mile an hour pace, just a hair over, but yeah, it's a tough day. This is it for the night, 20 miles. So a quick video from inside the shelter. Look at this water, and it was totally clear sky, no rain today. This is just right in front of the shelter. I mean, it's just, look at the picnic table. So, you can kind of see why that southbounder a couple weeks ago said I need to get my hammock back. Because if the shelters are full, then there's no place really to pitch a tent or be on the ground in some of these shelters. So, good advice. So I'm very unhappy with this blowout. It started, I noticed it, when I was in Bennington, and it got significantly worse today. This is not good. So when I get to the hostel, I'm going to clean these up, take pictures, and see if I can get these replaced on warranty. This is just outrageous. They don't even have 100 miles on them, I don't think. No, they don't. Okay, so some reflections on today. So there was a shelter before this that I totally missed. I I didn't know there was no indication it was off trail, but it must have just been barely off trail, and I missed the sign. I had my head down, making sure I didn't step in mud. And then there was actually the very first shelter coming out of town. I missed that one too. So there was 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth shelter of the day, and I only stopped in at that one. And then I forgot to sign the logbook. I don't even know if they had a logbook. In fact, I don't know if this one has a logbook. Looks like it might. So I ran into some people that I knew from the past. Click. I was real happy to just stumble upon her, and she said she was, I left her when she stopped for lunch, but she said she was going to try to go past this shelter a little bit. But it being 6 o'clock, it'd be interesting to see if she stops here. Yeah, I really like her, and she wanted to try to get into town tomorrow. Since I got an early start today, I could do, and I did 20 miles a day, I could do 21 miles tomorrow and get into that town also. Hang on, I'm going to figure out what that town is. Yeah, Manchester Center. I can tell I'm tired. I'm not thinking clearly. So I called the hostel that I had a reservation for on Monday, day after tomorrow, and I said, hey, I can be in there tomorrow night, Sunday night. They were already full. So I asked Click if she'd be interested in splitting a hotel. She took my number. So I could feasibly get in tomorrow night, Sunday night, at least be Sunday, the hotels drop in price again. So that's a possibility. Otherwise, I'm going to do about 19 tomorrow and stay in the last shelter before you get into Manchester Center. And then have a very easy 2-mile Nero into town on Monday and enjoy that Nero and that hostel. I really do want to stay at that hostel. $35 on the face of it seems expensive, but that includes laundry and breakfast. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Something else real quick. I'm the only one here. That is really, really bizarre. And I have not seen anybody since I separated from that group that I mentioned before, Click and the gang, earlier today. Yeah, this is supposed to be a pretty dense bubble. But I think everyone that left Bennington this morning, either I'm in the constriction or something where there's not a whole lot of people, or maybe people were pushed on to Stratton Pond Shelter, which is our super nice shelter just to the south of here. I'm sorry, to the north. And then there's, the shelter I passed to the south of here was nicer than this one. This doesn't have any good tent sites, looks like. So nobody wanted to stop here. So I don't know. I really don't like that. I hope I get some company tonight. Anyway, that's it. All right, so that's it. I'm going to try to figure out how to fix an MRE, an Army MRE, with a self-heating pack. I found one of those. So I'm going to have it for dinner, and hopefully I'll sleep well tonight. This is Wagner von Vonderweg. Good night.